Hi, beautiful soul. Hello, Mystic Maya here. This video, this transmission, this moment in time together is sacred. It's sacred because we are going to hold space for that panic attack you feel kind of subtly beneath the surface. You feel it fluttering, like it's on the verge, but you're not really in a place to give yourself full permission to feel your emotions. So it's like something in your brain is like, oh shit, there's something happening, like emotionally, that doesn't feel good right now. Like there's something that needs a voice. There's something that needs me to sit down, slow it down, so I can really feel my discomfort and ask it, what are you trying to tell me, in a safe manner versus, projecting the emotional disharmony onto others, right? Because what is a panic attack? I feel like a panic attack, it can happen in a solo environment, but sometimes, most of the times, it doesn't happen solo. It happens because like you're out in your day and someone said something and it triggered, and all of a sudden, boom, pop off. You're like yelling at someone or just being really moody to someone because they were just there at the moment where that emotion just couldn't stay hidden anymore. And it's an emotion, it's a belief system, it's a narrative, it's something that's been hidden. And we got a pimple today, which I feel like is the symbolism of this message. Like me, in my human experience and my personal experience, waking up with this pimple and just going through my own journey, I like sat and asked myself, like, what is this pimple trying to teach me? And I know that sounds kind of funny. It's like, what? Like, what? Why are we asking our pimples, like, what are you trying to teach me? Like, what? Like, seriously, that's all that I can say right now. Like, what? But no, everything in life has meaning if you truly are open to it and let your ego down for a second and really become the student of everything. Become the student for everything. Even your pimple is a teacher, right? So when I sat and really asked, like, what is the symbolism here? Like, how can I make this a moment of observation? I sat down and I understood, the meaning, at least for me. And I'm sharing this because, like, maybe it's gonna hit home for someone here. Which, by the way, it's so like sunny, and I'm like, I don't like when you can see like the I just feel like I'm squinting. I'm like, hello, is anyone there? We're gonna do this. I know you can't really see my eyeballs, but you kind of can. It's just really bright. But anyways, the pimple, right? It's basically something in our pore, right? Some dirt is just not having it. It needs to come up to the surface, right? It needs this breakout, needs a moment to have a breakthrough. And I feel like if this message is finding you, you're on this emotional roller coaster where you're feeling a lot, but you haven't quite yet given yourself full permission to feel the emotions in a safe way. So this video feels like it's coming to just remind you that, one, it's okay to have emotions. Like, emotions are a part of the human experience. Okay? Like, seriously, the fact that you don't feel happy all the time, that is fine. You're not supposed to feel happy all the time. What are you? A robot? Nah. You are a beautiful human being who has layers within layers within layers, okay? Literally, you are multidimensional. And emotions is actually our superpower. Now, where we get stuck is when we think that our emotions are our identity. Your emotions do not define you. They simply give you data of where you're at and what needs healing within you. Because unfortunately, we say unfortunately in the experience here on planet Earth. I don't know what the accent's all about. We're going Mediterranean. But the experience here on planet Earth is about going deeper into your truth and having the courage to heal and get real and shake and release and surrender and let go and let go and let in and let go and feel the flow and create and build and untame your ego, unveil your infinite potential, be a fucking student again and again and again. Teach, be a student at the same time. Teach, be the student, be a student, teach. Like, you know, it's all an unraveling every single day, and it is about a journey. Yes, we go through these moments where we reach the top and we can really celebrate all of our hard work of building, of questioning, of creating, of being honest, or sometimes even people who aren't really honest with themselves still get to the top, right? Like, it's not about completely being honest. I feel like you can be a very dishonest person and still have all the money in the bank. You can be the most honest person and have no money in the bank. You can be the most honest person and have all the money in the bank. You can be, again, there's no right or wrong way. Like, this kind of, I don't know why this is coming up, but I think it's like, maybe you felt this, it's like this question of like, why am I a good person and still things aren't working for me? Why is it like the good people don't win? Or why is it that like people who are really dishonest and don't sit down and do the work, why do they win while those who are doing the work don't win, right? For some reason that narrative is coming up. And this was kind of like a side tangent. Interesting. We'll pause. We gotta pause. Okay, that came up, but maybe that resonates. Let me know if that resonates. There's like that feeling of like, I know I'm a good person. Why the fuck are things not happening for me? If you resonate with that narrative, let me know. But I want to tell you that, first of all, let's hold space for that, because maybe that's exactly the narrative right now that needs space. Maybe that is the root cause of your anxiety attack, right? Your anxiety attack that wants to come through is maybe there's this limiting belief still within your own infinite potential that like the good ones can't win, like the honest ones can't win, but you can. It's, the thing is, because time is created through our frequency, through our determination, it's like you are on your own experience roller coaster. Like, you have your own destiny, your own flow, your own becoming. Like, you are going to reap the benefits of all of the soulful work that you've been putting in. The fact that you put your radical honesty first, that you lead with truth, that you lead with your heart, you think that the divine isn't gonna meet you halfway. I mean, shit. Look how protected you have been until now. Even in the darkness, right? Even in the chaos, look how protected you are. So it's not that you're doing anything wrong or that you'll never have your big break, your breakthrough. You're having breakthrough upon breakthrough upon breakthrough. You have the courage to actually sit and feel, while most people say, I don't want to feel. Who wants to feel? Feeling is weak. Psh, little do you know. it all catches up to you eventually. All of the things that you don't feel in the now catch up to you eventually. That's why I say, especially as someone who is a Reiki practitioner, okay? If you have emotions that are not sitting true, give yourself the space to feel them. And it doesn't always happen in a perfect way, okay? It happens messy sometimes. But where the accountability comes into your own sovereignty, into your own, I'm taking responsibility for my life. I'm choosing to go deeper, to be honest, is being like, okay, I'm feeling that feeling that I know something isn't sitting right. Okay, what do I need to do to fill my cup today? What sacred boundaries do I need to set today so I can really take care of my emotional needs and not everyone else and put me last? No. When you feel that way, at the verge of like something is just not adding up within your own emotional landscape, you must have the courage to choose yourself. And that is sometimes the hardest thing, because we caretakers sometimes say, I'll put me last. I'll take care of me later. But no. Now. You're going to take care of yourself now so you can allow yourself to feel, heal, shake, release, be radically honest, hold yourself. Unfortunately, you got to parent yourself. And I say unfortunately just because, sometimes we just want to be held by an other, a parent, or it's just someone who sees us. And that's not always the case. Most times we need to learn to parent ourselves. And that can bring up pain in itself. That can bring up narratives of annoyance in itself, because it's like you don't want to feel strong all the time. You want to feel held. But I'm here to remind you that you can feel held even when you sit with yourself. And you're never really alone, too. You always have a team of light here to guide you. You can ask your team of light, like, hey, like, I don't know what to do. Like, this feels heavy. Help me take this emotional load. Show me the way. Help me release it. Sometimes just that, just giving yourself permission to be in observation with your emotional discomfort is the release, or at least the start of the release, because sometimes it's just the permission itself that gets you to the freedom that you are worthy of. So hopefully that makes sense, because I feel like this message is a little all over the place, but yeah. Allow yourself to create a safe space for yourself to feel, okay? The fact that you're feeling all these emotions, and whether you already had the panic attack and, showed up in projection mode, which, by the way, no judgment here, absolutely no judgment. It happens to all of us, okay? Sometimes the anger just pops up, the sadness pops up, okay? But it's about taking accountability for those moments, right? So if you did find yourself in a moment where you couldn't contain your emotions and they popped off and they spilled everywhere and they affected people, that's fine, because you're learning. You take accountability, right? You go up to that person and be like, hey, I really let my emotions get the best of me. I'm sorry that I projected them onto you. That wasn't my intention. I'm really sorry. And next time when you feel that feeling of you're just feeling so much and you feel like you're about to burst, you step aside. You go for the walk. You go listen to the meditation. You go to nature. You go jump in the ocean. You go do whatever the heck you need to do to just breathe within yourself and be radically honest what is going on, because essentially it's one of your needs. One of your needs aren't being nurtured. And it could also just be, I'm hungry. Or maybe you just got to move your body. Maybe there is this limiting belief that's like, operating the show that you just got to sit down and be like, okay, what's up limiting belief? Like, what's going on? Why are you creating friction? Like, I'm trying to be fluid, like on the river. I'm trying to flow on the river. Like, what's going on? Just having the courage to sit down with your emotions and ask it questions, even if it feels stupid, right? But just being like, yo, what's up? Like, seriously, what is up? Because I'm trying to choose love. And also just recognizing, like, you're human. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. And perfectionism isn't the goal. What the goal is presence. The goal is being radically honest of the light within you, of the shadows within you, and being that observer, okay? So let's pull a card just to ground down the message. And I really ask you to use your discernment here today. Like, take what you need, recycle what you don't, and just know that I truly, truly love you and I believe in you so, so much. And you're not alone in this feeling of just tapping into your emotions. I feel like there's a lot going on within humanity right now. And before I flip actually, I'm going to flip the cards real quick, okay? Before I show you the cards, I also feel like to remind you that when you keep choosing to be radically honest and align yourself with truth over and over again, there is a gap between what you're choosing within you and your physical reality. Now, when we have these feelings of like, I just want to pop off, right? It's actually a positive sign because it means that you are changing. It means that the old self no longer has weight. So it's actually a positive sign that you are about to just release. You're literally breaking that last toxic bullshit out of you. Like, this is the last, I don't know if the last purge, but within whatever, segment you're in now in your evolution, it's like you're really taking out all the dirt and just feel it. Be brave, like, feel it. Ask this emotion, whatever it is. Most likely it's in the category of fear, but you're like, fear, like, what's up? Like, what do you need to tell me? And it's interesting because the cards that we got is Master Manifester. It's in you, right? We got the crow or the raven energy and the lion energy, which is all about courage. And I feel like this is so significant, right? To close the message and just send you off with a beautiful reminder that you're constantly manifesting. So remember, like, the fact that you're feeling lower frequency emotions doesn't mean you're not going to get your blessings. No, you are. But that it means, like, we can't dwell in what is not working for too long, because if you sit in the frequency of what is not working for too long, you're manifesting that, right? So a part of the healing journey is also being devotional with holding space for the darkness. Okay, if you have to give yourself 24 hours, if you have to give yourself a week, like, all is well. Like, you gotta choose what is good for you, okay? But just know, the longer you dwell in that, the more you're creating that energetic soup, okay? Of just fear. So it's like being smart too with your mind of, okay, I'm feeling very fearful today, but I know it's not defining me or my future. I'm gonna meet my fear with love. I know I'm not feeling the best today emotionally. I'm just feeling a little stuck, a little in the void. I feel like something is just not in alignment. Like, God, whatever you believe in, like, show me the way. Show me what do I need to do? How can I move through this? Because I don't have the answers right now. Like, I'm a student right now. I take my hat off. I ask for help, because the truth is, a big part of courage is knowing that you are everything and you are nothing. You are the student and you are the teacher. You're the teacher, you're the student, right? It's like knowing when to also like surrender so much that I'm trying to figure out what to say, but it's kind of like guess it's that silence speaks for itself. It's knowing that sometimes you don't know, right? And yes, that can be frustrating, that's not a word, but it can be just annoying because you're like, but I want to know. I want to already get to the next step. Like, I want to be shown the way, but it's like maybe to uncover what is in you, and the next step is actually through silence, and allowing yourself to just feel, and allowing feeling to be the most courageous thing you can do actually to manifest. But it's also knowing that you're setting that space, right, in wonder versus victimhood. Does that make sense? Because that's like a really key point. Because what we think on, we create more of. It's really important to be just in that curious mode versus victimhood. But like, again, if you have to go into the victim hole, but the victimhood like hole, and like it's a part of the process, so I'm not here to judge you, because sometimes we have to blame, right? We have to be in that blaming energy, like it's all them, right? Energies to hopefully have an awakening and realize, actually, what is my role in it? Because that's the thing, when you blame someone, you're really, from a very spiritual standpoint, when you really get nitty-gritty in the human experience, when you point the finger at someone, you're really pointing at your own reflection, because self equals environment. What you think and feel within you, you're creating it through every experience. Every shitty situation that you are going through, it's because you're creating it. And that can be so annoying, because you're like, fuck, everything is me. Nothing is happening to me. I'm co-creating it through something within me. So that's why it's so important to sit down, feel the emotions that is like silently underneath, because it's affecting your environment. That lack of peace in your environment is because there's a lack of peace and truth within you. So my friend, I love you very much, and I hope that you carve time for yourself to really just feel your emotions and forgive yourself. Allow, shake, breathe, release, become accountable, okay? Become the victor of your adversity, and surrender to something bigger to yourself. You might not have all the answers today, and that's okay. Allow yourself to feel what is real and not know from curiosity. Loosen the narratives of blame. Become radically honest and know that you are the master manifester of everything in your life, okay? The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, you created that for yourself. And I remember when I figured that out, it was just like, that sucks, but it also means that you also have the solution within you. So when you give yourself the time and space to be honest with what is really happening within you, what is your true fears, what do you truly desire, when you really hold space for that without judgment, you realize that you are the solution. The solution is within you. Okay. Boom. I love you. I do. I really, really do. I'm allowing my pimple to be. I did pop it. It's kind of like gross news, but I did pop it because it got to the point where it needed extra assistance. But for the most part, my philosophy on pimples, and I feel like I'm sharing this for a reason to close the message, but it's like, my philosophy is always just like, put apple cider vinegar on it, let it do its thing, let the cleansing process do what it knows to do, instead of trying to fight it, right, or cover it, right? Just let the pimple it up. Just let it be. Just let it be. So just let those emotions that you're feeling, let it tell you what it needs to tell you, so you can empty out empty out, to fill your cup in with new, fresh energy that is in alignment for you and not attached to an old identity that no longer serves you. Okay. The light in me sees and feels the light in you. If you want to work together in a more intimate space and really hold space for your limiting beliefs and have someone there who's listening to you, it can help you through a few tools to make the shift within your subconscious mind. I got you. Details down below. I would be honored to hold space for your evolution. And that's about it. All right. Bye, love.